All right, lovelies. I'm excited to be offering this recording to you. I'm going to start doing these audios again. I used to do them a lot. And this particular audio is going to be to help us to connect a little bit deeper with our plants that we're burning in our house to clear our space, to bring in prayers, intentions, abundance, to connect you with different chakras, whatever you're using your smudging for. This is going to be a little meditation to be able to drop in a little bit deeper with whatever plant you're using. So this is an open meditation for you to find the plant that you want to work with. In this particular meditation, we are going to be burning the plant. So you can always, if you want to dry your own herbs, you could go and collect your own herbs from your garden and use a dehydrator or wait for them to dry and come back to this. Or you can go ahead and use whatever smudge you have around the house. I'm going to be using rosemary for this particular meditation myself, but any smudge that you have, any plant that you're wanting to connect with that's dried and ready and healthy to be burnt, sage, mugwort, cedar, pine, any of these things will work. So you can go ahead and press pause and get your smudge stick and get super cozy. Make sure you're in a position where your back feels supported and where you're able to safely light your smudge stick, grabbing, some sort of container or something like that. If you have something to fan this smudge stick with, that's great. If not, it's all right. We'll just use our breath. So you can go ahead and press pause, and then whenever you're ready, press play, and we'll go ahead and get started. Alright, so the very first thing we're going to do once we're comfortable and have our plants nearby and our lighter nearby is we're just going to go ahead and set everything down next to us, bring our hands into a restful place, and start to connect in with our natural breath. Just starting to become aware of your breath moving through your body, breathing in through your nose or your mouth, wherever you're feeling called, and just tuning in to the natural breath. And then in a few moments, whenever it feels right to you, when you feel like you have an idea of what your natural breath is doing, I'm going to invite you to just deepen that breath a little bit more. So whether you're breathing in through the nose or in through the mouth, trusting that your body knows what you need in this moment, and to take your breath and make it just a little bit fuller, taking in a little bit more air on the inhale, extending the exhale to be a little bit longer. Starting to find a new rhythm with your breath. Starting to notice if you can feel it moving through your legs and your arms, your torso. Maybe starting with just feeling it expand your lungs, and on your exhale, seeing if you can follow that movement. Noticing as your stomach pulls into your spine, and then as you inhale again, noticing how it feels as your body calls in that life force, calls in that air. Can you feel it spreading into your thighs, into your knees, into your toes? Can you feel it reaching up through your shoulders and your neck, past your forehead? Can you feel the breath in the water, the blood flowing and combining and alchemizing throughout your body, and taking the next 60 seconds to tap into that awareness, becoming aware of the magic of life that is flowing through you, flowing through your elements of water and wind and earth, activating your element of fire, activating your energy, your chi, your prana. now what we're going to do when we feel ready is start to rub our hands together. Everybody knows this, right? Activating the nerve endings, your energy chakras in your hands. We're just going to start rubbing our hands together, turning up that fire, turning up that energy, that heat, that chi. A lot of people, when we think of our chakras, we just think of our 7 main body centers, but we have over 100 chakra points in our body. Over 100, I believe there's 144. I'm not exactly, can't remember, but I know there's well over 100 different energetic points in the body. This is also what acupuncture taps into. And the hand chakras are extremely powerful. So starting to activate those before getting ready to connect with our plants, staying still connected with your deep, long breaths, maybe even sending some breath, some air, some energy, some prana on your exhale down through your arms, out your hands, really, really not only activating, but also channeling the energy of your body into this space. And then once you feel good about that, you're going to go ahead and pick up your bundle. And you're just going to close your eyes and continue breathing and feel the energy of the bundle as you breathe it in through your hand chakras, up your arms, into your heart. And then on your exhale, sending your heart, your energy down through your arms into the plants, into your smudge stick, into your bundle. And the point of this is to always be inviting the plants into your body, into your energetic space, into your spirit, before just lighting them and putting them in the room. It's kind of like when you're walking down the street. If you walk past someone, you're not going to stop without invitation and enter into their space, right? So with plants, the more we invite them in, then the more they know that this is an open invitation to help, to heal, to connect, and to alchemize together. So just taking about 60 more seconds to invite your herbs into your space, into your home, into your earth body, into your spirit body, into your mind body. Using your breath to do this, your intention, your awareness. And then when it feels right to you, just simply feel. You can slow down the breath if you need to, and just take a moment to feel how your body and your energy feels different now that it's already connected with the plants, and the subtle energy of them is already making their way to you. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab our lighter, and we're going to, or match, whatever you're choosing to use. You can even light a candle and then light your stick on that if you prefer. I like to just take a moment, right, with the lighter before, even though it seems kind of funny, but it really is amazing that we have the power of the element of the sun with a little, right, just a little flick. That's truly an amazing thing, because the power of the flame, of the sun, of the heat, of the fire is such a powerful tool for growth and for destruction. And destruction is a part of growth. The breaking down always has to happen in order for something to grow in one way or another. So acknowledging that and sending a little bit of gratitude to the energy of the sun, the energy of growth, right? So after you've done that, then we can go ahead and light our smudge stick, our little ally friend. And I like to kind of watch. Before I do anything, I like to just watch the smoke moving through the plants, breathing it in deep inhales. And on my exhale, fueling that transformation and alchemy that's happening by blowing onto the smudge stick, slow and steady. Thinking about and noticing the alchemy that has to happen, how the plant has to be broken down by the element of the sun in order to release these medicinal aromatics, right? Like alchemy is always happening in every step of the way, and that's what's happening within us. So acknowledging that process of alchemy and inviting that also into the body. Using your breath to fan the flame, so to speak. Or if you brought in some feathers or something, you can use that. Just acknowledging the element of the wind again. And then starting to smudge. Then you can start moving this around your body. When you first tapped in to the breath in your body, if there was an area that felt stagnant, that you couldn't quite connect with, bringing your smudge to that area, especially if you're using any sort of cleansing smudge like sage or rosemary, or even yerba santa, those can all be very clearing. Cedar also can be very clearing and protecting. So that can be something that you can do, is bringing your smudge to an area that you feel unconnected to or disconnected to, and asking the herbs, asking the plants to enter into this area and to help bring it back into your awareness. This is when your prayers and your intention really come in, starting to see how you want to work with this plant. And also trusting. Sometimes we just need to trust the plants to know. That's why we invited them into all the layers of our body. So you can also just trust the plant and move it from, I like to start at my feet and make my way up the spine. And then I kind of tap in and come back to any areas that are feeling like they need extra help. So for me today, my back is really hurting, my lower back. So I'm going to call in the plants to that space. I'm even going to bring one hand to my back and rub it and start to make some deep breaths as I circle the smudge around there. Sometimes a little toning wants to come out, and this is where the alchemy starts to happen, where your body starts asking you to work with the plants directly and just trusting whatever is going to come up for you. And just continuing to move, and I'll just give you a couple minutes here to intuitively find your way throughout the body, taking note of whatever is calling to you. And staying always connected with the breath while we do this. And then when it feels right to you, you can go ahead and put the smudge down in a safe place. And you can either let it keep burning or put it out depending on your sensitivity level. Some plants can be very strong. And then go ahead and just bring your hands back to a restful position and just drop back into awareness. of how you feel in this space now that the plants have joined you, around you and within you. Just making space for any messages or feelings that want to come through. Maybe even writing them down. I took a little note about my lower back, and I'm going to do a little process into thinking about what that is speaking to other than the obvious. And you can even go to online. Different parts of the body can represent different things. But for me, I'm just going to tap into why my back has been hurting. Have I been giving my body the support it needs? Is there something I need to upgrade in my sleeping routine? Is there something I need to upgrade in my daily routine? Because for some reason, my back is speaking to me and isn't getting the support it needs. And these are very simple ways that we can use plants to drop us into the body and activate the body's voice. The body is essentially made of earth, made of plants, of minerals and bones, of crystals and iron. So when we work with the plants, we are working with the energy of the body. So it really helps us, I think, to drop into that space. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is leave the music going for a few more minutes for you, but this wraps up our little guided meditation. And this is just a way, you can do this in a couple minutes, or you can spread it out over 30 minutes. And it's just a way to really acknowledge the plants that you're bringing into your home, to honor them and to welcome them in. Like I said, if you're walking down the street, you're not just going to walk up to a person and invade their space, right? But if they invite you in, if they say hello and ask you how you're doing or ask you about the bag you got, you guys are both going to understand that it's an open space and you're going to feel more comfortable to work with each other. And plants are all the same in that sense. They like to be welcomed into the space. So I hope you enjoyed this meditation, and knowing you can do this with any of the plants that you're using, whether you're cooking, smudging, putting some lotion on, there's always a way to connect a little deeper. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I look forward to our next meditation.